Chet, calm your ass down. I'm on my way. Nerd Vengers, Broke Vengers, and everybody else, welcome to the morning stream. What's going on, guys? I'm coming in, okay? I'm coming in. Lot to talk about today. Actual MCU news. I can't believe it. You probably can't believe it either. Set photos. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to go over all of it. Actually, they're set videos. What am I talking about? They're set videos. We're going to go over that and more. Plus, we've got a lot of special teases. Really cool stuff coming to the tower. Really cool stuff coming for the den of nerds and the Nerd Vengers. Nerd Vengers, assemble! I'm coming in hot! Woo! All right. Oh, yeah. Woo! What's up, Nerd Vengers? How we doing today, man? Woo! Feeling good. God, look at that beautiful scene, a beautiful view. Of course, very happy to be arriving at Nerd Vengers Tower. We're going to have a good stream today. We've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. As Lavis says, though, yeah, this is a really good view. It's really nice up here on the top floor. Don't worry, we're going to get access to other members of the team. And I watched After Dark last night. Al and Lavis trying to get a hold of the suit. Look, guys, whoa. You know, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Okay, we got to sell a couple more fanny packs before we can afford another suit. But we're going to figure that out as well. Because I need the Nerd Vengers rolling out in style. Meet me at the studio. I'll see you guys in just a second. Oh, hey, what's up, Bob? Shouldn't you be in the basement? Yeah, I'd say go ahead, get down there. Friday, baby! You made it! You made it through another week of 2020, and you know, you deserve a medal, a hug, maybe a cuddle. Yeah, I know. 2020, ridiculous year. Ridiculous year. But you know what? Through all this turmoil, through all this craziness, man, there have been some highlights. There have been some good things. And the Nerd Vengers in this community is one of those good things. And while we're talking about the Nerd Vengers, let's say what's up. Let's say good morning. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's in the building. Jareth is here. Norn Rad's in the building. Lord Vito. What's up, Lord Vito? Coachella Coastal. Scotty, Will Bonin, Whiskey Steve, Fan Jextures in the building. Mike Porter, Jekko, Mantis Man, Adam G, Justin Simone, Lucas, Tex Venger, Kendall Davis, Bashti's in the building. Ryan H is here. DJ Johnson, Peter Ferret, Will Morgan, Mark Hamilton, Patricia's in the building. Dirt Wizard Gray's here. What's up, Gray? Danny Orange is in the building. Commissioner Gordon, Irene, Russell. Man, we got a bunch of beautiful people in the building today. Jacob's Quest, Jace Windu. What's up, everybody? CGM Show's in here. Alex is here. Alex is here. First one he's seen in months. Things have changed. Yeah, things have changed. Ken Cologne's in the building. What's up, everybody? Bunch of beautiful people. Marvel Maniac. I see a bunch of you guys. If I miss your name, I apologize. I hope you guys are doing well. It's going to be a good stream. We've got some really, finally, some actual news to talk about, some actual positivity to talk about, and I'm very excited for that. Pull that music back, though, Chad. That's, like, really aggressive. Okay. Apologize right now? Sure, I will. I'm sorry. A couple of show notes right off the bat before we get into anything too deep. I do want to say that tonight... Oh, Darth Clean. Apologies. I got you. Tonight, I believe, Bosh, correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe we're going at 7 again. Tonight, watch party for the Nerdvengers. Watching Raised by Wolves. Watching Raised by Wolves tonight. If you wanted to do a rewatch, if you've already seen Raised by Wolves and you want to do a rewatch, recommend coming back tonight, hanging out with Bashti as she does the watch party. Tomorrow morning at noon, exclusive Nerdvengers stream. Going to be talking with you guys about some really cool stuff. So we'll be getting into that tomorrow at noon. Got a really interesting business stream planned on Sunday for the Nerdvenger Prime members. I actually want to talk about all this craziness and turmoil out there in the business world. It's really wild right now. And we're going to talk about some of it today as well. But also on Sunday, for all of you, Al Schuler and myself, executive producer Al Schuler and myself, we have a live stream plan, okay? And it is our Turn to the Dark Side stream. We're going to be going in, dude, on Disney Star Wars, on the sequel trilogy. We're going in! And it's actually going to be a really interesting story because, sure, you've seen and heard a lot of people crap all over Star Wars, but have you seen Al Schuler and myself talk about our journey from loving the sequel trilogy to being a little bit questioning about the sequel trilogy to being kind of indifferent about the sequel trilogy to, I don't know, where are we at now? Do we hate it? I don't know, but you're going to have to come by and find out. Wu-Tang Well says Raised by Wolves is hot garbage. Look, the thing about Raised by Wolves, Russell, is that you have to have, like, taste, intelligence, you know, a lot of things that, you know. So I get it. It's all good. You know what I want to talk about first? You know what I want to get into right off the bat? And yeah, we're starting early with the roasts today. Oh, yeah. You know what we need to talk about? We need to talk about, we need to talk about Disney a little bit. Look, now we're going to get into some positive stuff, okay? We're going to get into some positive stuff. We're going to talk about some really cool things going on. We're going to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Well, it's nice. Nice fire back. I like that. We're going to get into some positive stuff about Disney, but look, we've got to talk just a little bit about the unbelievable, truly kind of unbelievable. And you know what? Pause the music completely. Thank you. Yeah, no music for this. This is serious. Also, side note, if you haven't checked out After Dark, you've got to go do that. After Dark is fire, dude. It is a great show. Lavis and Al last night went into all sorts of different topics, all sorts of different areas. It's a very, very, very good stream. You should definitely check that out. Guys, we're talking about the Mulan stuff, yeah. Look, here's the thing. I've been going hard on Disney like all week, right? And you know, we've been getting some threads, some crazy like, hey, you know, this, that, second, and the third. And dude, I mean, as I was like researching this yesterday, I was like, this is incredible. I don't even know, A, if I should talk about this, B, if Google will hit me if I talk about it, and C, like if you guys as fans and just people watching are going to be like, what's this dude's problem? He's going so hard on Disney. Here's the thing, dude. They really ultimately did this to themselves. Let me explain what happened. This is not even, like, this ain't even fake. Like, okay, I think we got to get into the theater because I want to show you a couple of things about this, actually. Let me think. Where's the theater? Ooh, let's see. Maybe this one will work better. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's get into the theater. Come on into the theater for just a second here. Trickle in. All right, I guess we should have a little bit of music. Just put it on low. It's a little little bit weird. Okay, that's fine. Actually, yeah, that's fine right there. Guys, this is the Hollywood Reporter. This is the Hollywood Reporter. Now, it is completely true and accurate, and you will see people talking about it today, that China has literally banned media coverage of Mulan. What? Guys, China has banned media coverage of Mulan. Now, there is this gets really twisted, and if you think I'm kidding around, I am not kidding around. This goes to some really weird places. This goes towards some very powerful people. There was an article I saw pop up yesterday from Deadline talking about that. In fact, I got that article pulled up. But what I wanted to show you here was, look, box office, Mulan off to slow start in China. That's the headline. Okay? This is as tame and as massaging and as protecting as they can get. But I will give credit where credit is due. I actually didn't expect any of the Hollywood trades to be really talking about this or going hard on this. And so I will give the Hollywood Reporter at least credit for talking about it. But just by the headline, you can tell they're trying to protect. By the way, do some Googling on this and look at the search results. It's really weird. Even Google is trying to stop these stories from permeating. Beijing authorities ordered local media not to provide any coverage. That's a really interesting way to say banning coverage by penalty of social credit score deficits. Very interesting way to word that. Beijing authorities ordered local media not to provide any coverage of the $200 million tentpole after international outcry over reports that Disney shot portions of the film in the Xinjiang province, where Beijing is accused of human rights abuse. Again, read this fucking statement, dude. Read that shit. Can you believe how softball, how just gross, accused of human rights abuses? Okay, cool. Cool. Check this out. Deadline went a little bit harder on them. By the way, this article is hard to find through Google. I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. I tried to find this morning. Mulan, Disney CFO Christine McCarthy concedes China uproar has generated a lot of issues for us. Disney CFO, now this is interesting because Deadline goes in a little bit harder than the Hollywood Reporter. Disney CFO Christine McCarthy addressed the controversy over Mulan, which critics accuse of indirectly favoring the oppression of the Uyghur Muslims in China. By the way, I shouldn't even read this. Google just heard me say that. They're furious. In China, noting an uproar has created a lot of issues. Authorities in the Xinjiang province, an area where the Uyghurs have been detained in mass. And look, they're just telling you. There's no accusations here. They're just telling you what it is. Mad respect to Deadline. Mass internment camps, authorized filming in the region, a government agency. Okay, look. This is guys, this isn't like Beardo. This isn't like The Usual Suspects. This isn't Clownfish TV. This isn't like, go down the list of like Disney bashers. This is fucking Deadline. This is the Hollywood Reporter. And the thing is, and let's get back into the chat. Okay, look. This is why this is so crazy. The reason this is crazy is because Disney cannot hide from this narrative anymore. China banned coverage of the movie. This is actually kind of a hilarious like combination of absolutely ridiculous things. Where Disney had been catering to the Chinese audience, and they literally created this movie for the Chinese audience. They took Mushu out because Chinese audiences felt like it was too stereotypical and in bad taste. Okay? they do all of this. And then they literally create this product for China. And on accident, I promise you this wasn't on purpose, on accident, Disney created a scenario in which a lot of reporters all of a sudden started talking about the camps, the human rights violations. That's the last thing China wants. And so Disney might have completely fucked themselves. They may have completely fucked themselves. Like, this is it honestly, it's sad, but it's also kind of hilarious. Because they sort of got. And also the fact that nothing is going on in 2020, because this has been happening for a long time. Companies have, and I've been seeing some of you guys say this, companies for the last 30 to 40 years have been benefiting off of China's situation, let's just call it that, in order to make massive profits for decades. But it just so happens that now we're at this precipice of awareness, and there's nothing going on. And so it creates a story, a news cycle based around the absolute apparent, horrible, absolutely disgusting behavior that's going on there, and the crummy side of this Mickey Mouse empire. You know, it's really crazy, and I don't actually know. Look, it's a tough one for us here. You know what I mean? It's tough because I don't really want to go super hard. What the hell? Chet, what's going on? Chet, what the hell? What is that? What do you mean? What? There's a Star Destroyer outside of the tower? What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on? Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, look. I need put tower security on alert. I need to get the nerd vendors to assemble. This is serious. This is a serious threat. This is not good. I have no idea what's happening. It doesn't seem good. Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean they're hailing us? They're hailing us right now? No, patch it through right now. I want to see what we're dealing with. Patch it through. Huh? What's up, Josh? Nice tower you got there. Be a shame if something happened to it. Hi, Mickey. What's up? Yeah, it's pretty nice. Listen here, white boy. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna shut the fuck up about China. You're gonna shut the fuck up about Mulan. Okay. Well, I mean, Mickey, it's not us, though. We're just talking about what other people are talking about. There's no way that I can control this kind of stuff. I mean, it's Deadline. It's the Hollywood Reporter. I don't know what you want me to do. Shut the fuck up, white boy. Listen. You listen up right here. You're going to stop talking about it right now. And this little live stream you got planned with Al Schuler? Cute idea. Shut it down. Because if you don't, I'm coming back with more Star Destroyers. And this beautiful tower, it's going to be a pile of rubble. Mickey, I can't. We have to talk about what we have to talk about here, man. Like, I understand what you're saying, but look, you're in the live stream right now. You can't just threaten us live. Like, that shit don't work. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, man. You think you're special? I'm telling you right now. You know what it is. This tower will be rubble, bitch. Oh my God, Chet, this is real. I can't. Oh shit! What the fuck? Wait. Is he gone? They're gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I guess we're done talking about that for today. Al, nice, yeah, nice change of pace. Thanks. Yeah, that's really cool. That'll be great. That's great music for lighting the mood after that. Thanks. Al, if you're watching, I'm sorry. We're canceling that stream, dude. No, I know, Chet. He's got a Star Destroyer. The tower's not even finished yet. Our fucking systems aren't even fully operational. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Meet me in the theater. Let's talk about the good Disney things. We're gonna... No, get that off the screen! Get it off the screen! Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Much better, thank you. Whew, Jesus. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Hang on 1 second. I need a breather. I need a breather. A fucking Star Destroyer? Are you serious? We need to accelerate. We need to accelerate. The Nerdbender's Weapon X program has to be moved forward faster. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, we're okay. We're all good here. It's all okay. Whew. Okay. Lucas, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Okay. So, moving on. Moving right the fuck along. Let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We have actual Marvel news to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. Actual Marvel news. Pretty wild. So, let's see here. Let's check this out. I've watched one of these vids, but I haven't watched the whole thing.
Yo, I stepped on my balcony and realized that I was behind the scenes at this new Marvel movie, you know, so I might go down.
Yo, that is pretty wild. Also, Captain Pennsylvania, is this you? Guy kind of sounds like Captain Pennsylvania, doesn't he? Cap, is this you? Come on, be real. All right, let's just watch it, man.
On there and talk to the director, you know, let them know what I want to see Captain America do. Because personally, you know, I feel like I should have. Yo, I stepped on my balcony and realized that I was behind the scenes at this new Marvel movie, wild, you know, though. So I might go down there and talk to the director, you know, let them know what I want to see Captain America do.
Those people don't look properly social distanced.
Have some input, considering they all up in my territory.
Wait, what? That's the end of that? Oh, okay, so this is from a different angle, like a different person. This is crazy. A lot of people are interested in that. This is the one everybody's talking about. Right? What the fuck? I thought there was one where they were actually fighting. What the hell?
Going crazy. I taught them everything they know. No cap. Cool. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Coolest superhero ever. Boom. What?
Okay, that's pretty dope. We got to watch this again.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Coolest superhero
this
ever.
This looks to be that
Boom.
same scene, dude. They're doing reshoots here. Okay, look. I wonder if anybody has really speculated about this. Let's see what they say. Effective Marvel New Era miniseries. As far as action, when seeing Wyatt Russell putting his shield skills in action, unknown adversary, looking at what will happen. Wow, yeah, interesting. So this to me feels very similar to the other scene that we saw, and they could be like, what is this fucking like Rumpelstiltskin music, Chet? That's not better. That's Jock Jams. Whatever, we'll live with that. So I had heard and I knew that they were doing some kind of reshoots. Oh my God, Chad, I can't do it. I can't do it. No. Do that. Okay. I had heard that like one of the things they were working on was reshoots for the series because there were some things in the original series that people just weren't like that into. Oh my God. We're having we're having trouble with the tunes today for me. It's driving me nuts. So one of the things that I had heard was that there was actually some kind of pandemic and or I won't spoil anything, but there was something in the original storyline that they want to remove. I think there was actually some kind of chemical weapon used, maybe even from China. Like, I'm not even kidding. And so they're cutting all that out and they're refilming stuff. And so what was interesting is even though they had filmed longer than a lot of these other shows, because of the reshoots and because of what they wanted to change, they actually had a lot of stuff that they had to figure out. Yeah, biological weapon, Justin. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I wonder, though, if this really means we're going to get it in 2020. I think that's really where we're at, right? Does it mean are we getting it in 2020 or not? That's the big question. And I got to be honest, I don't think it looks very good for them. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to change the mood up a little bit, okay? So we're going to get a little somber. Let me check out the chat, too, see how you guys are doing. I know. Look, Mickey coming in like that, yeah, pretty rough. I think we're all a little shaken. For sure. And it's going to be okay. We'll have something figured out. Yeah, this is the DC channel for sure. So today is September 11th. I'm going from one heavy thing to another heavy thing. Okay, so today is September 11th. And just give me a yes or no answer. I would just like to know. Do you guys remember where you were when you first heard about September 11th? Do you remember where you were? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, just to lighten the mood a little bit, gentlemen, if you're ever out and you're just not sure if she's really as old as she's saying she is, ask her where she was when 9/11 happened. If she can't remember, she's too young. Now, one of the best interviews that I've ever done was done with Kevin Conroy as the Bats Man. And I'm not going to play this interview for you because it has to do with September 11th. Okay? From 2018, 2 years ago. Jesus. What's up, all of you beautiful nerds? It's Josh here with the Den of Nerds. Happy Batman Day to all of you. And in this video, I want to do a very special treat. Me and the Den of Nerds crew got to sit down with Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman from the animated Batman series. And in this video, I want to show you some clips from this interview, which perfectly illustrate why Kevin Conroy is the best Batman that we've ever had. So I hope you enjoy this little bit of interview with Kevin Conroy, and happy Batman Day to all of you nerds. It's been a great time here at Keystone Comic-Con. Honestly, it's been incredible. Here is that interview with Kevin Conroy.
With the 27 years of playing Batman, we've been to the Frank Miller panel today, we did the Batman panel downstairs, and your portrayal of Batman has transcended so many decades. Most of us are in our 30s, some of us are older, and there was about a 7-year-old boy who said, my favorite Batman portrayal is the animated series. How does that make you feel that so many takes to Batman in live action? And
I remember being in this room vividly because, well, a couple of different reasons, but number one, like we're a bunch of Philly people, so it's like weird. It almost feels like, and you're about to see, but it almost feels like all the white people are on this side of the table. But you got a room full of brothers, and you got a room full of Philly people. And the thing that was funny was not a lot of celebs came to the Philly press room. Just being honest, not a lot of them did. And Kevin Conroy did. And being a New Yorker and like that New York, New Jersey, like Philly area, there's kind of like a bond and shit there. These dudes in this room, man, were giddy. And I love Kevin Conroy as Batman, but like especially this guy over here, and I'm not trying to be like a dick or whatever, but this dude was simping hard for Kevin Conroy. And all of us, dude. All of us were very excited. So this was a very interesting and very special interview.
Animated, and you may go down as the penultimate Batman. In my mind, you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Mine's too.
Drop the name.
You are Batman.
Like, look at this. Look at
I
this
think,
clapping and shit.
look,
we were hyped.
so, it's incredible to think that you've affected that many people with a performance. It's humbling. It's amazing. I'm very, very proud of it. I struggled to become an actor. I've been supporting myself since I was 17. I went to Juilliard on scholarship. I did not have it easy. And I worked up through regional theater and Joe Papp at the Public and making no money and waiting tables. I mean, I paid my dues. It was not an overnight thing. And I'm proud of the training I've had, and I'm proud of the dues I've paid. And all of that experience, all of that life experience went into Batman. And who knew that was gonna be where it would
Shout
go?
out to the restaurant
I was
industry.
trained
Lucas,
to
you're
do
about to
Shakespeare.
you're about to love
Batman
this
is
interview, bro.
Shakespearean. Of all the animated characters, he is the epic Shakespearean character. He's Hamlet, he's Edmund, he's Edgar, he's Orestes, he's Achilles, he's all those epic mythological characters. He's just our culture's version of it.
Wow.
So it's so bizarre and kind of karmic that this New York actor with no background in animation at all, never having done an animated character, the first audition he goes on is this epic, mythological, heroic, classic character. I mean, how bizarre is that? That I would be the guy that walks into the room and does that. They saw 500 people.
Wow.
They were looking for months for this role. Andre said they couldn't find anybody because I know everyone who was going in was doing the Hollywood audition, was doing their take on what a Hollywood leading man would sound like. They were doing Harrison Ford, or they were doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were doing what their image was of what that would be. I was doing
Batman, just say it.
a classic,
You're doing Batman.
tragic, screwed up guy with issues. That's
Batman.
That's Achilles. It's all those characters. So it's so weird, though, that I, as a fluke, would be the guy who walks in. And oddly enough, Andrea Romano had a very good friend who, and I didn't know this at the time, I found this out years later, who from New York, a guy named Anthony Barneo, who was a casting guy in New York. He did mostly theater. And she was struggling trying to put this show together. And she said, we can't find our Batman. How are we going to do the show? We can't. And he said, there's this really interesting actor I know from the public theater who does a lot of Shakespeare. His name is Kevin Conroy. Have you ever met him? And she said, I've never even heard of him. Does he ever work in LA? And I didn't know this conversation went on. So when my voiceover agent suggested that I go in and read for them, she said, oh, that's that guy that Anthony mentioned. So that was just one person mentioning, that's how life is so random that way.
It is random that way.
So it was a complete and utter fluke that I got this job. But in terms of the universe and karma and all that stuff, it seemed to be going in that direction for years since I was a kid. I seem to be kind of going there, but like John Lennon says, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Mm-hmm.
You still have
What the
time to
hell?
experience complete relaxation because Purple's Labor Day sale has been extended. For a limited time, get up to $300.
Following question was asked by Armin. Oh, fuck.
Being that this week marks
This was his publicist.
Anniversary of
And this dude's like, I had enough.
9/11. There
Oh, but he heard the
is
9/11
a
story. He's like, I'm
rumor
coming
I
back.
heard when I was in New York that you were cooking for the firefighters and policemen as a volunteer. I just wondered, is that true?
That was the best last question.
Yeah, nice way to close.
Like everyone who lives in New York, I was deeply affected. Like everyone everywhere, I was deeply affected. But the New Yorkers especially were like, wow. And I went to volunteer, and they had lines of people already, and they said, we have all the diggers we need, we have all the tunnelers we need, we have all these relief people. But they gave me a phone number to call. And I called this phone number, and I heard all this noise at the other end of the phone. And I said, I've been told to call you. I wanted to volunteer, but they don't need anyone. They said, well, this is the restaurant that's feeding everybody. What we really need are restaurant workers. Do you have any restaurant experience? I said, I'm an actor. Of course I have restaurant experience. I said, what do you need? I said, do you need waiters or cooks? And they said, wait a minute, you cook? I said, yeah, I worked in the kitchen. They said, are you free? I said, well, yeah, I'm between jobs right now. They said, no, I mean, are you free right now, tonight? We need you now. So I started doing the night shift that night. Wow. And that was in the week right after the attack. And it was just a few blocks away from the pot. They called it the pile. And the smell was something that no one will ever forget. It was the sort of sulfurous, sweet smell. And there was just a glow from all the work lights that were shining on the pile as they were searching. And then we were running this massive kitchen a few blocks away, and firefighters and emergency people and cops and more cops would come through all night long. And I did the night shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. for a couple of weeks, it turned out to be. And all this food would come down in trucks from the Midtown restaurants. It was like this improvised machine was created in a matter of days. It was amazing. And all this food would come in. We had all these portable refrigerators, and all this stuff was being put in. They had these portable ovens, and there was this massive dining hall that had been set up. And this restaurant called Nico's, that doesn't exist anymore, had been commandeered. And all these volunteers started trickling in the middle of the night. There was this wonderful Asian man who had raised his family in Queens. We called him Mike because no one could pronounce his Chinese name. And he came and he had tears in his eyes. And he said, this country has given me so much. He said, I have to do something. So the head cook said, we're putting Mike to work. We can't send him home. We have to keep him here. And every night that I was there, Mike came back. And it turned out his son was a resident in a hospital in Manhattan. He was becoming a surgeon. First generation. This was a guy who'd come in as an immigrant, and he'd raised his family in Queens, and he wanted to get back to this city that had given him so much. And that you heard that story a lot this week. Those weeks was people who felt they owed so much to New York and couldn't believe this had happened. And in the middle of cooking, one of the guys goes, "So my day job is I'm an architect. What's your day job?" And I said, "Well, I'm an actor." He said, "Do you do some kind of special kind of acting?" I said, "Well, I really do animation voices." He said, "I knew it!" He said, I knew your name. You're Batman."
That is great.
I said, "Yeah, I do the voice." He said, "This is so awesome." He said, "Can I tell the guys in the dining hall?" I said, "No one's gonna care. The world was coming to an end, and they're gonna care. The cook is Batman." He said, "Are you kidding?" He said, "They're gonna go crazy." So he goes out in the dining hall, and he says, guys. And there's this, this is a rowdy group of people. This is firemen and cops, and, these are blue-collar, nasty-ass language people. And he says, "You're not gonna believe who's been in the cooking your dinners. It's Batman." There's this long lull. Everything's still quiet, and you hear, "Bullshit!"
Wait for it.
And then there's someone else screams out, "Make him prove it!" So I thought, okay, challenge. That's not good. So back in the kitchen I do, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman." There's this long pause, and then you hear, "Holy fuck!" That is Batman!
Hilarious.
And they just start streaming back into the kitchen, and suddenly we heard this laughter. And people going, "Oh man, the Joker this, and Harley Quinn that, and oh, that Poison Ivy, man, she's a babe." And everyone just started laughing. And the architect who had recognized me said, "How does it feel to be Santa Claus?"
Wow.
He said, "Because that's the first laughter we've heard in 2 weeks."
Damn.
And I called Andrea the next morning. Because the whole motivation for doing this was I felt like I'd wasted my life. At that time, I think a lot of people felt like they'd wasted their lives. Because people were dying.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? You're working in animation doing a voice. What are you doing with your life? You're not saving anybody. And I called Andrea the next morning and said, "You know something? What we do really does matter."
Yeah.
Because the one thing they needed last night was a good laugh.
Yeah.
I said, "You would have been so proud." That place burst out laughing. And people were happy for just a few minutes. So that's my ground zero.
Pretty cool, huh? And look at this guy's like, "You gotta get the fuck out of here now." Yeah, pretty cool, huh? So the thing about that to me, and it's my favorite interview ever. But the thing that's really cool about it is, number one, the attitude of New York and Americans. This sort of, we really did come together. I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, many of you probably do. We've got some older peeps in here. But I mean, you had American flags on every porch. You had American flags on every car. We were like, "Nah, bro." Like, that ain't cool. And I think particularly in New York, I think the reason this story is so cool is because it's not just the fact that Kevin went and helped. It's the fact that, this Mike person helped, that all of these different people helped, that these New Yorkers came together like this, right? And particularly when it comes to Kevin, he volunteered and worked 12-hour night shifts cooking and didn't tell a soul that he was Batman. This is a very similar thing, not the same, but similar to the Chadwick Boseman thing. You know what I mean? Like, I love this thing where celebrities are more focused on the bigger picture, the things that are bigger than them. And that is the sign of a good soul. And the other side of it that was really interesting to me as a content creator was what Kevin says about how he felt like he wasted his life, but he realized in that moment that this group of men and women that had been, I mean, pulling bodies out of rubble and stuff, you know, they needed just a little bit of joy, a little bit of laughter, a little bit of love, you know? And it just kind of reminded me that, like, you know, because I used to want to be, you know, I used to want to be like a well-known comic book writer, and I didn't want to do YouTube, actually. I didn't want to do YouTube. I was very against it because I didn't want to be known as a YouTuber. I wanted to be known as like a writer and like this prolific, this thing of status and all that shit. And then I had to realize that, like, hey, man, maybe your talent, maybe your real talent and your real dharma is to do funny skits with Mickey Mouse and a Star Destroyer. And it just brings a little joy into people's lives in a dark time where we are at right now, and it is a dark time. And maybe that's good enough. You know what I mean? Don't overthink it. You know, do your part. And it was just a really illuminating, really positive thing. And I think, too, with where we're at as a country, man, it's cool to sort of look back at a moment in time like this and at this guy's perspective and just kind of remember that we are in this together. Things are pretty divisive right now, but yeah, we're in this together. So, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Too much? Did we go too deep? Was it too dreary? What do you guys think? What are you thinking? Let's do a little Q&A, man. Let's just talk it out. Just you and me. The stream has been the full gamut of emotions. Agreed. For sure, Josh, I literally get joy being in this chat room with all of you fine people every morning, even the people I don't see eye to eye with. Much love to all of the den, says Justin. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. Josh, that was awesome, bro. This is your gift. You make my life better. Thanks for sharing your heart, dude. Aw, man. Come on, guys. I'm trying to keep it together up here. You guys are going to make me, the waterworks are going to start. So, it's just, no, I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. Best thing we'll see until after November 3rd. Bruce Hall Multi. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. You give me a reason to wake up this early? That's terrific, brother. I appreciate that. You're facilitating a positive community, and I think that's really awesome, especially right now. Thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys are great. I'm honestly glad we talked about all of this. Y'all are like family to me. Shit. You guys. Oh, man. I'll never forget first watching Josh nearly 2 years ago before Endgame came out. Always had the scoop. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Chloe Zhao has a new movie hitting film festivals today. That sounds cool, man. I'm excited. Look, Chloe seems awesome. I think Eternals is going to be great. You know what I mean? Do you think Shang-Chi will be affected due to the things going on at Disney in China? Whew, hard to say. Love you right back, Ken. Always will, brother. Always will. The Shang-Chi thing is interesting. I don't know, and I don't want to necessarily bring the wrath of Mickey back, right? But I really don't know. Did you guys see that Simu Lee seemingly took a shot at Mulan as well? He said something to the effect of like, oh, hang on, I've got to like think about my honor 4 more times this hour. Which I thought was pretty funny. Yeah, that's what he said, Coachella. Yeah, white boy, watch your back. You're telling me. Josh, do you think they'll release Widow on digital or just hold on to it after the theaters? I'm not sure, but you know what else? I did a vid yesterday, and Jacob's Quest pointed out this article to me about what Sony said. For whatever reason, that video is doing horrible. I think it's because I said pandemic or something. Like, dude, YouTube is so ridiculous. I tell you guys this all the time, but it's totally true, dude. YouTube is ridiculous, dude. Oh, and Alex, sorry I missed the super chat thing. I appreciate it. And James, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Sony literally kind of came out and said they're not releasing any big blockbuster until all this is over. Which would imply, like, until theaters normalize, which could be late next year or even 2023. And it's so weird to me that, like, that video is got its balls clipped off, man. Like, nobody's watching that vid. But it's a good vid and it's an important story. I would definitely recommend finding it on the main channel and checking it out. But, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know what they're going to do with Black Widow. They might look at the data and be like, I don't think we should put it on. Like, they might want to wait. Like, as much as I would hate it, and I would really hate it, and I'll go in on them if they do it. Even as much as I hate it, I do kind of understand it. You know what I mean? Like, things are... Like, I don't know how else to tell you this. Like, they are so screwed with Mulan. Like, they are so screwed, dude. They're very screwed. And if they... The thing that's really... Again, without trying to incur the wrath of Mickey... Disney has to realize that they could be the company that will be known for the Uyghur stuff in China. Like, it's been around for a long time, but they just got unlucky in a sense. And I don't know why they thanked that region. Boneheaded decision. Probably did it to appease China. And, man, like, we're just at this moment in time. Like, this is completely kind of unpredictable for Disney. Like, Disney didn't create Mulan with the idea of 2020 being the way 2020 is, right? They created Mulan thinking it was going to be like 2019. So, can you imagine that association? Like, if Disney becomes the company and the brand that is known for blowing the lid off of this thing that a lot of people didn't even know about. Like, there were a lot of people that didn't know about it. And now all of a sudden it's going to be this really widely known thing, potentially. Look, mainstream media, like, I'm telling you, go do a little Googling, man. Go do a little Googling. It's being censored 100% by Google. Look at the way the Hollywood Reporter reported about it. Shit's real, dog. Shit's real. So, I think they need to... If there is a silver lining here, it is the potential that Disney will get off the teat of the Chinese money. That is actually a potential, because they might actually now see how bad the worst case scenario could be for them. Do you know what I mean? So, a couple super chats came in. Josh, thank you for the love, my friend. From one Josh Adam to another, keep up the great work, brother. The show is awesome. This show exists because of people like you. Little super chats go a long way, man. YouTube, really weird this year. Trying to restrict our vids, trying to restrict our money. With the memberships here and the super chats, we are able to keep making this show and keep making this content. So thank you, Josh. I appreciate you. Patricia coming in hot with the $10 super chat this morning. The date has been heavy on my mind. This stream has already lightened my heart. We've laughed and we've been introspective. Thank you, Josh. Patricia, thank you. That's a very kind way to word that. Appreciate the love. We even have 3 underpaid employees. True. True. Some location scout is going to be the scapegoat. They're going to try. Do you think Sony should change the Venom title? Yes. Absolutely. Let There Be Carnage is stupid, dude. It's stupid. Kevin says, you can't compare a superhero movie to Tenet and Mulan. The data is irrelevant. I agree. Well, I don't think it's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, but I agree with you that they are misreading it, Kev. But, like, make no mistake about it. They are using it to decide what they do. So, like, yesterday when I did that vid, it was hard because there's so much I wanted to say, and that's why I prefer live streams, where I can really, like, go into it. So, I agree. But that doesn't, like, it's still an indicator. Like, what they do, what the studios do, is still an indicator of how the box office and the digital performed. Freeman, thank you for the love, brother. $5 super chat says, if the mouse is the Empire, the den is the Alliance, comprised of different rebel cells. I'm all in. Amen, baby. Amen. Yeah, we got to be quiet. And unfortunately, we had that really cool live stream planned with me and Al. We can't do it anymore, man. Look, it's too hot out here. The tower isn't even finished yet. We can't afford... We're going to have to be like the Hollywood Reporter and try to say everything in a really nice way. Rogue Leader checking in. Yo, can't wait for Squadrons. Where you at, Squadrons? How much money will Disney lose on Mulan? That is a very hard question to ask Jacob's Quest because we actually don't know. Here's the truth, and this is the fucked up part, okay? This is really not cool. I'm not happy about this, but it is what it is. Just like with the Ezra Miller thing, studio's going to try to just act like it didn't happen. So, it's already gotten to a really weird place. And I'm actually surprised that it's gotten to this place. I'm surprised Deadline is talking about it. I'm surprised the Hollywood Reporter, even though they're, doing whatever, I'm still surprised that they're even talking about it, ladies and gentlemen. And so, how much money might they lose on Mulan? Well, let's talk about just the movie itself. They're probably going to lose like $150 million. They'll probably lose, like, I would say $100 million. Maybe $100 million is more accurate. But they're going to lose probably $100 million, maybe more. But the potential brand damage done could be, like, immeasurable. You know what I mean? So. Hey, Mike Porter, coming in hot with the super chat. Thanks for the love, my friend. I've said this many times how I appreciate you in this community. It's really cool to see how everyone feels the same way. Brother, I love you in this community. Dude, thank you, Mike. And yeah, we got some good eggs in here. For sure. Josh, can you blame Disney or the Pandy on the non-success of Mulan, or a mixture of both? Yeah, it's a combo. It's a combo piece. I think without the Mandy, or the Pandy, I don't know if this would have happened. Like, it's kind of the fact that there's no news going on and everybody's stuck at home on Reddit, Twitter, etc. And then this happens. Like, people get triggered, but like 2020, like, this is what Disney doesn't understand. People have had more fun and had more engagement with talking shit on Mulan and Disney than they could have had with the actual movie. Like 100%. They're having more fun, and it's more entertaining and more engaging, especially, like, let's just call it what it is. We live in a world now where there's a lot of self-righteous tweeting and expressing of opinion. And, like, Disney just fucked up, dude. They're losing people left and right. So, anyone following the boycott Netflix thing? Yeah, man. Been following that, too. You want to talk about another thing that Google doesn't want to talk about? Damn, dog. This is such a bizarro world. In fact, I want to make an announcement. I want to make an announcement right here, right now. I want to make an announcement. Believe it or not, even today, I'm censoring myself. Even right now, I'm not really telling you 100% how I feel. And so it's time to start a Den of Nerds podcast. And I think we're going to call it the Nerdonati, because I wanted to call it the Illuminati, but the Illuminati website took that name. The Nerdonati. Later, Vito. Much love, bro. Much love. The Nerdonati. And we're going to let it all hang out, dude. We'll host it on the website. We'll put it up on some podcast feeds. It will not touch YouTube. We won't touch. It's not going to touch YouTube. Because even here and now, I'm censoring. We have to. It's too crazy out there. Google is crazy. They're crazy, dude. So we're going to start the Nerdonati podcast. In fact, maybe we'll move that stream with Al Schuler. Maybe we'll move that to the podcast. Yeah. You do need to do thought sauce. I know, bro. I know, but look, things are just so tense right now. I don't know if thought sauce is the right one to do. The conversations this morning are fire, but let's be honest, Tenet is dope. It was a great film. If people aren't going to see it, no movie will do great. Scotty, I hear what you're saying, but I think you kind of overestimate the draw of Nolan. And I think Adam from Fanjexture has this issue as well. I think you guys are living in like 2012 and shit still. Like, Nolan doesn't have that draw. Dude, normies don't give a fuck. Like, they just don't. And so Tenet is probably dope. I want to see it still. But the marketing didn't do much to actually hit with normies. There's no big names in there, dude. Robert Pattinson, they should have... Maybe after Batman, he'll blow up. Denzel's kid? Man, nobody knows who this dude is. There's no Leos in this movie. There's no Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in this movie. Chad, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the movie? Because if he is, they should advertise that more. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, Scotty. I hear what you're saying, though. Dirt Wizard coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Wait, why boycott Netflix? And this show is awesome. I'm glad I found this community of nerds. Yo, Dirt Wizard, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, for sure. There are no alphas in that movie, 100%. Although we don't know. Denzel's kid has alpha potential, in my opinion. Okay. Why are people boycotting Netflix? Has to do with, again, this is why we need to do the podcast. Because literally, if I even say the word cuties, it triggers something in the algorithm. And they're going to be coming for us. Like, for real. So, cuties, I'd recommend looking it up. There is a show with very young girls that some people claim is sexualized. Yeah, Godfather's triggered. And Netflix ain't backing down. And maybe I could get into this more on the podcast because I certainly can't get more into it here. But let me explain one thing. One thing I'll say about this. That's it. One thing I'm going to say. If nobody was watching that show, Netflix would send it out to pasture. Netflix makes algorithmic and data-driven decisions. Meaning, there's a lot of people watching that. That's all I'm going to say. Washington was amazing in Ballers, too, says Ryan Epps. Yo, I'll tell you this, too. My roommate, I was talking to my roommate about this, and he was like, because we were talking about who could replace Chadwick, if anybody. And Washington in Ballers is what my roommate brought up, man. Pretty wild. Could this lead to some turnover of the upper management at Disney? It could. But Disney's style, this is really what it is, man. And again, I don't necessarily want to go here. You guys keep asking about this. Did you not see what happened? Did you not see the Star Destroyer? Chet peed himself. Like, literally, he's cleaning up the pee right now. So here's what I'll say. Disney's style is to never admit wrong. Never. Never. So, they're probably going to try as much as they can to stick to that. They're probably going to send Mickey around in a Star Destroyer. You know what I mean? Norin Rad says, Josh, I'm very ignorant on sensitivity of what you can say and what you can't. What are the consequences of speaking about some content on YouTube? So basically what happens is an algorithm will, the computer learning will recognize that we are saying something that is problematic. Number of different things will happen. They'll restrict our views. They could demonetize the videos. Usually it's just restricting the views. They just don't want that to get out there. So, it's crazy the amount of tiptoeing and walking on eggshells we have to do. Have Josh talked about the most controversial topics possible 2020 challenge? No thanks. No thanks. That's insanity. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. It's pretty wild out here. Could Sony lose Spider-Man? I don't know, actually. I don't know how that works with the contracts. So I'm not 100% sure. Josh and chat, do you think the lack of movies from DC and Marvel will lead to more people reading comics again? It's possible, but comics would have to do something to win the attention of people. Attention is the oil of the 21st century. Andrew Yang says technology is the oil of the 21st century. I personally think he is wrong. I think it is attention. Attention is the oil. But I like Andrew, obviously. I hope so. Honestly, I'm a huge manga reader. More people should read them. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I understand that Sony has to release a Spider-Man movie every 2 years or they lose the rights. Yeah, Jason, I think that's a fair point, but like it's like what like how can they get out of that because of the pandy? The pandy changes a lot of things, man. Yeah, Ken. Yeah. It's where I'm at, man. It's where I'm at with it. Normies won't read Dune, but they'll go see that movie. I don't even know if a lot of normies will go see Dune. It looks... I'd love to see the numbers on that. I'd love to see the polls. Go get your pandy fannies. I'm bringing Fanny back. Yup. I thought data was the new oil. Yeah, but what's the data being used for? How are they using that data? The video is marked... This video is marked not for kids. Yeah. The power pouch. That's what Patricia calls it. I like that a lot, actually. I like the power patch. My wife, a normie, said, "Oh, that's like a grown-up Star Wars." Yeah. Look, Dune looks great. I'm excited to see that first one. They'll never make a second one because that movie ain't making no money. People are watching Raised by Wolves. I think high-concept sci-fi will bring people back to Dune. Yeah, possibly. By the way, the new episode of Raised by Wolves, legit, as you would expect. Legit AF. I don't want to talk spoilers, but dude, the character, the guy from Vikings, Ragnar, what is Raised by Wolves? It is a new show produced by Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott directs a couple of the first episodes. It has possible connections to the Alien and Prometheus franchises, and it is a science fiction show on HBO Max. The first episode is free on YouTube. You can watch it for free. But the Ragnar Love, what's the guy's name? Ragnar, whatever that guy's name is. That dude What happens to him in episode 4? Mind-blowing. Dude, I love what they are doing with that character. It's a trash new show on Max. Yo, Wells, aren't you a fan of that Avengers game? Isn't that like, yo, shit? Ragnar Lothbrok. Yeah. Travis Fimmel is the actor. Yeah, that dude's incredible, dude. And what they are doing with his character is brilliant. Holy shit, episode 4 is great. From what I've seen, episode 4 of The Boys 2 is awesome. But I like everything. But I think it's a step up. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to check it out, for sure. For sure. Yeah, he'd be good as the Joker. He's just wild. He's got wild eyes, dude. He's got wild eyes, for sure. Mav says, any news on the Lord of the Rings series? Not that I'm aware of. No, not that I'm aware of, for sure. Not that I'm aware of, yeah. Haven't seen The Boys episode 4 yet, Ray Hall. Haven't seen it yet, man. Might check it out this afternoon, though. Yeah, it teases for a Wheel of Time series. I'd be down for some Robert Jordan. Some Wheel of Time. Still no Mando trailer, which is a yikes. Dude, don't worry, Ryan. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's fine over there at Disney. I'm sure there's no problems. Raised by Wolves or Lovecraft Country? I haven't started either. It kind of just depends on the way you swing, bro. If you like horror, I would say check out Lovecraft Country, I assume. And I think it's probably like a little bit of Twilight Zone kind of stuff. Raised by... I can't speak to it. I haven't seen Lovecraft Country. I'm really not interested. I just don't like horror. I don't like horror as a genre, like at all. But Raised by Wolves does have some slight horror elements. There's some weird things that are going on in that show that kind of have horror elements. Josh's next new segment he's added to the channel is called Garbage Takes, where he talks more about Raised by Wolves. Dude, I'd love to talk more about Raised by Wolves. I love that show, dude. Lovecraft isn't a horror show, says Nick James. Do you believe in ghosts? That's an interesting question. Sort of, yeah. I would say sort of I believe in ghosts, yeah. It's not horror all the way, yeah. Lovecraft Country is scary. More for how the humans treat other humans. Yeah, that's interesting. What was the Marvel news? We went over the set photographs for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Or the set videos. Looks like they've doing some reshoots. Looks like Wyatt Russell's U.S. citizen's got the shield. He's doing some action. Do you believe in life after love? Absolutely. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's hand? What your people call magic, my people call science. What's that? Whatever Thor says. It's multiple genres. You should watch Lovecraft Country. The last episode was Indiana Jones themed. That's interesting. Bet Mav would love that. Do you like scary movies? No. Nope. Don't like it. Not a fan. I'm not going into any retirement period. Last Thor's way too young for that. It's only 1,500 years old. Yeah. He better not retire. That'd be lame. What do you think the Hawkeye series will contribute to the MCU? So far, it seems disconnected. Will do, Sly. I'll check my text for sure. Sly, you got to go back and watch. There's a really funny thing that happened earlier on in the show. You want to check it out? Josh, do you have any food allergies? They told me when I was younger that I was allergic to cheese, and I was like, nah. What country would you like to go to? Japan. I'd love to visit Japan. I'd actually love to live in Japan for a little bit. Kelly says, thank you for reading my comment. It is the first time. Ah, yeah, no worries. No worries at all. When is volume 2 of 3 Jokers dropping? I don't know, man, but I hope it's not delayed like Doomsday Clock was, dude. I'm not trying to take 3 years to read 7 issues. You know what I mean? Ugh. Just cheese? Weird. Yeah, that's what they told me. Josh, you still excited for a Mando season after seeing the set pics? Absolutely, Nerdy Seb. Absolutely. I'm pumped, dude. Mando's going to be great. Mando's going to be fantastic, I think. Must be allergic to cultures. Maybe. Perp Minded made an interesting observation. Caleb from Raised by Wolves. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Very interesting. I like that. I actually really do like that. Danny, have you seen episode 4 though? Because that wolf may have had something happen to him. He's going through a really interesting turn. The Caleb character. Jason asks, who was blowing up your cell yesterday? It was Mav. It was Mav, actually. I believe. Well, it was in the EP group chat, and I think Mav was. No, it's not your bad at all. This is what's so funny. Mav was sending us pictures of how California is burning down. So he was like sending us pictures of like the orange skies and all that shit. It's really like important, right? And I was just like, fucking stop bothering me, rah! You know. Ooh. What are you afraid of? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you my greatest fear. You guys want to know my greatest fear? My greatest fear terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. My greatest fear is that there's a side of my brain that actually doesn't want me to actually be successful, but rather wants me to think of myself as a successful person. I guess the simplest way to say this is my ultimate fear is that my mind is tricking itself. That's my greatest fear. I try to reframe many things, and I try to think about things with that in mind. Are we really making progress? Or are we just making movement to feel like we're making progress? So, let me make this a very important distinction. A lot of people will say something like, hey, man, I sent 5 emails out to this person. Okay? So let's say you're trying to get somebody for an interview. Okay? We'll say this. You're trying to get somebody for the interview. And I ask you, let's say it's Dirt Wizard. Let's say Dirt Wizard works at the tower. And Dirt Wizard, his job is to get an interview with Ryan Johnson. Okay? If I ask him, Dirt Wizard, did you get a hold of Ryan Johnson? Dirt Wizard might say something like, I sent 5 emails. But you see, that's the thing. I didn't ask if you sent emails. I asked if you got the interview. And the whole idea is when you're sending those 5 emails in your brain, what you're equating, and it's a dissonance thing as well. It's like, oh, I did the proper amount of work, right? I did my due diligence. I made the progress. When in reality, you didn't. You just did some actions that fulfill your perceived responsibility in that situation. That's the greatest trap of the mind. The human mind traps itself like that all the time. That's my greatest fear. Sorry, that was a little too deep. I will drink the blue titty milk if he puts me in Star Wars. Yeah. Josh is a robot made by me to get through these hard times. Maybe I am. Are you going to do a video on Raised by Wolves? I don't know. Should I? Deep cuts on the Denim Nerds. Yeah. Well, just, you think about that, man. Think about it. Like, most people get gym memberships not to actually get in shape. This is something, if you understand this is actually like kind of unlocking the higher levels of your mind. If you can understand this, you will go far. But most people don't get a gym membership to actually get in shape. They get a gym membership to feel better about being out of shape. Strangely enough. You gotta think about it, man. You gotta really think about these things. Woo! Friday, baby, we made it. That's exactly why I want to open a gym. Yeah. Yeah, good one, Adam. That's nice. What question would you ask Kathleen Kennedy? I'd be like, when did you realize you were in over your head, and what stopped you from getting help? That's what I want to know. Josh, you ever run a marathon? Hell nah. Hell nah. And then the interview would be over, right? And then the fucking Star Destroyer would come in for sure. What's the MCU news? Got here late. So, SDW, we just, we went over the set videos from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't watch the vids before today, and I thought they were going to be way more impactful. So, yeah. Not a ton in there, actually. Unfortunately, not really that much news. So, clickbait, 100%. 100% clickbait, yep. Mm-hmm. Josh, I don't know if you're into this stuff, but I also realize you like... Wait, what? Raised by Wolves? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. That Conroy interview, though. Yeah, man. Yep. Oh, esoteric. How esoteric Raised by Wolves is? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Raised by Wolves is really good shit, man. It's really good shit. Give me my damn movies. Yo, I feel you, dog. I feel you. Josh, did you hear about Ragnarok using the volume? Yeah, it's actually really interesting, man. It's like, basically, because the thing about the volume is there's nothing proprietary there, like at all. It's just TV screens and a video game engine, which you can license. Anybody can license it. So it looks like Taika probably got used to working on the volume in season 1 of Mando and maybe season 2. And he was like, man, this is really cool. And then with all the restrictions going on for filming and stuff, it looks like they're building a massive volume in Australia. Massive volume. And so that's dope, dude. And yeah, it's great. And it seems like Yeah, it's awesome, and it seems like that's going to really help them out. And he'll likely use it for Guardians as well, so pretty cool. Space Ghost Records, welcome to the Nerd Vengers Prime. You're a Nerd Venger now. After Dark last night. Yo, I love After Dark, man. Love it. The volume will save big budget films in the wake of box office streaming being much lower. I agree, Adam. I think it's like pretty dang important. Pretty dang important. And one of the ways in which Disney got lucky. So like Disney could skirt the thing about like this is what I would be saying if I was like at the top brass at Disney. I would be like, look, Disney Plus is doing very well for us. We have a very strong future in streaming and holding on to that. Okay? What we need to do, we need to take a hard... I would just be like this. Look, at this point, we need to cut ties. We need to not necessarily cut ties completely to Chinese funding, but we need to be... Like, basically, I would explain to the CCP or whatever, I'd be like, look, we literally kind of created this movie for you guys, and then you fucked it up for us, and then you banned coverage about it, and you're probably going to kick it out of your country soon. And so we're eating shit now because of you. And we're not doing that anymore. So if I were Disney, I would be like, we're not doing this anymore. And that's it. That's all you got to say. And I really do think that like a lot of people would actually support them more and really like that. So we'll see. We will see. Did that happen in Mulan? Yeah. Currently, coverage of Mulan in China is banned. Yo, can somebody get Ken a link to the membership? Mav says they can't do that. They have a park in Shanghai. Brother, shut it down. Shut it down. They can do it. Shut a park down? LMAO? Yo, you just watch. You just watch, Adam. This isn't the first time that you've thought something I said was outlandish. Just watch watch the moves. Watch the moves in the next 6 to 9 months. Just shut down the park. LMAO. Shanghai was the first park shut down this year once things started going crazy. So they've already shut it down. And seeing as how they only get a third of the money back out of that market anyway, just watch. Watch what happens, dude. How's George? Yo, George is good, man. George is really happy. A lot of you guys are coming in to the gift shop. A lot of you guys are coming into the gift shop, buying cool merch. It's awesome, dude. George is doing great. I still think half the stuff you say are outlandish but entertaining. Well, then I'm doing my job. That's what it's about. You tell that mouse to come see me because I'm here for it. Is Chet a robot? No, Chet's not a robot. No. Hey, Ken Cologne, you're a Nerd Venger now. Woo! Welcome. How much of the Nerd Venger tower does China own? 0%. But we do have a benefactor. You'll learn more about that later. Trilogy, and that's like saying Superman is overrated. And Jason from the D&D channel said Superman is overrated. And Trev said, watch it, Jason. And then Trev said dragons are overrated? Yo, that sounds pretty funny. The Nerd Venger sign was made in China? No, it wasn't. Sorry, Josh keeps missing my question. Do you know what episode of Raised by Wolves the watch party will start with? Yeah, I think it's going to start with episode 1, right? Yeah, I think, and so for some people, it'll be a rewatch. A rewatch. Oh, no! Adam says, check those Nerd Vengers t-shirt labels. Dude, what if he's right? What if he's right? Because it all goes through Teespring. Does Teespring use China? Teespring? Do you use China? Fuck, maybe we really can't escape it. That would suck. Do you need to have HBO Max to watch? You don't need HBO Max to watch the first episode because it's free on YouTube. There's a bear shit in the woods. Yeah. Do you like Rami Malek from Moon Knight? He would be great as Moon Knight for sure. He would be fantastic as Moon Knight. That dude has chops. Remember when Campia said no big budget films till 2022? We thought he was being hyperbolic. My man hit it on the head. Yeah, for sure. Look, it's rough out there. I don't know how else to tell people. Like, it's rough. Like, these companies are in very tough positions. I saw a versus on Twitter, Superman versus Homelander. They had Superman win, but I disagree. My money is on Homelander. Nah, Superman would demolish him. Superman would destroy Homelander. What's RBW? What are you guys talking about with that? Is it Raised by Wolves? Is that what you're saying? Homelander ain't shit, says Burke there. Burke, when are you going to come on the show? When are you going to come on the stream? You know what I think I might do sometime next week? There's a lot of like people that want to come on the show and different things like that. I think I might do a long stream where I literally bring people on one by one. Boy, I swear. So like we have Burke come on, do like 15 minutes chatting with Burke, some of the things that are like his like most pressing questions or the things that he'd want to talk about. Burke needs to be on AD first. Yeah, right on. Yeah, like a community stream, but just a version of the morning stream where we just bring other people on. Community stream? Josh, you need to get Attack Peter on. Yeah, Attack Peter seems cool. We could bring Attack Peter on for sure. Richard says, would you be down for a nerdy cooking segment? It's so funny you say that. Mav was talking about an idea for that for sure. Krazazian? How do I pronounce that name? Krazazian? Says, love the longer than normal streams. I'm in Hawaii, so I always just miss the live stream or catch the tail end. Ah, right on. His channel is great stuff. Right on. I'd be into checking that out. Second Street Detective. Right on, bro. Any new stuff going on in the world? Any videos I should watch? Do we want to watch anything in the theater? Because I'm kind of winding it down. You know, kind of going to wind it down, guys. I'm going to go get some chow. What's going on in the world, you know? Besides horribleness. Anything going on in the world? Cali's burning, Trump's criminal, Democrats suck, OBJ likes to get pooped on. Yeah, man. Welcome to 2020, I guess, right? What's the Nerdvenger cafeteria serving today? I don't know. That's a good question. We gotta figure that out. What's for dinner, Josh? I don't know what for dinner. I don't know what is going on for dinner, but I'm craving some freaking breakfast burritos, man. I love my breakfast burritos. Nom, 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 nom. He'd be great for those Wednesday comic talks. Certainly better than I. Well, we need to look. We just need to get you on and be a little more structured with it, Trin. That's all. Josh, what do you think the next Game of Thrones will be? what do you think the next Game of Thrones will be? Oh, you know what I mean? I think this is what you mean. Like, what will be the next Game of Thrones level show? I don't know. Mando has an opportunity to do it. I know a lot of people don't necessarily jive with me on this one, but Mando could do it. If they open it up, and it gets really big, and it has a lot of different things going on, that could be incredible. That could do it. Witcher could also do it. The Witcher also needs to open things up. They need to actually have the narrative structured in a proper timeline kind of thing. You make a mean-ass goulash, Bashti? Right on, dude. Second Street Marvel, or you could be like me yesterday where Josh bumps me and says he's closing down the stream and then streams for 40 more minutes. Oh my God, I did do that, didn't I? Fuck. Yo, you know what, too? I want to have one of the first episodes of the podcast I need to do with Adam. Because me and Adam just need to, like, go at it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, because Adam sort of, like, represents this side of, like, I don't know. I'd probably say a little more pro-Disney, you know? Yeah, you were busy with daddy daycare, Adam. Yeah, come on. And so I would love to do, like, a debate with my man Adam about Disney, dude, because I'm like fire and brimstone on these motherfuckers right now, dude. Like, honestly, get Marvel and Star Wars away from them. That's kind of what I like ultimately, and this is kind of crazy, and dude, I don't want to bring Mickey back, you know, so we'll keep it light. But sell that shit, dude. Sell that shit or have a buyout. They gotta do something. They gotta flip it, dude. This is really ridiculous. Thick with 2 C's? Simp for Bosch t-shirts? We could definitely do some Simp for Bosch t-shirts. I wonder how she'd feel about that. Mickey Mouse Nerd House? Goulash is on the list of your things? Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, dude. Is Tara Zahn still an EP? Have you ever seen that meme where Bugs Bunny is like looking down, has his like face bent down, and he's just like, no. That's how I'll answer that. How does one access the gift shop? See if I can find a linkity dink here. Get you a linkity dink dink dink. A linkity dink. A linkity dink. A dinkity dink. Linking kinkity dink. Ba boom ba doo boom. Ba doo ba doo boom. Shaloop ba doo ba doo boop boop ba doo shoop. Shibbly diddly doop. Biddly doop. There it is. There's the link. There's the link to access. But I'll tell you this. If you're in the tower, all you got to do is walk down to the gift shop. Meet me down at the gift shop, guys. I'll see you in a second. Whew! Smells so nice down here. Wow, this is incredible. Hey, Georgie. Keep up the great work, man. Selling plenty of fanny packs. Look, come on down to the gift shop, guys. Tons of cool stuff. You got your power packs, your fanny packs, you got your Nerd Vengers, coffee mugs. You got a whole bunch of crazy stuff down here. So come on in, come on down. Give Georgie boy some of your money. Get some of the dope merch. And don't forget, if you're a Nerd Venger member, check the community tab. There is a code for 10% off. If you're a Nerd Venger member, you can get 10% off of your awesome Nerd Vengers Den of Nerds After Dark merch. And don't worry, Lord Vito, I'm getting those pink shirts figured out, okay? Just got a lot on my plate, but I promise you I'll figure that shit out, okay? You're doing great, Georgie boy. All right, see you guys back in the studio. Whew! That's nice, man. I'm wearing a mask right now. A mask of contempt. Yeah. Man, it's just a shame that we're going to have to cancel that stream, that vid that me and Al were going to do, you know? We need slogan shirts. We'll do all kinds of shirts, man. I want to think of a premium theme to do for like a premium limited run with Brian Bufka. So we'll figure that out. All right, everybody, I think we're going to call it there, okay? Hey. In all seriousness, we meme, we joke. I give a lot of bad takes. To those of you that have bad takes, that is. But, you know, we don't all see eye to eye on everything. And that's okay. This year has been pretty ridiculous. And despite Marvel and Star Wars going away, despite all the craziness, we've been able to have a lot of fun on this channel. We've been able to have a lot of fun on this stream and in the vids. And you guys have helped support us a lot. And I'm very grateful. So, you know, thanks for coming in today. We had some fun. Mickey kind of killed the stream a little bit. And, you know, fortunately, we can't do that video I was going to do with Al Schuler where we were really going to go in. I know some of you are looking forward to that. I can't risk it. Can't risk it. Disney, big mad. So, that's unfortunate. But make sure you come back tonight if you're a Nerdventure member to watch some Raised by Wolves with Bashti. And we'll be doing a stream tomorrow at noon for the Nerdvengers. Got some cool stuff I want to go over with you guys tomorrow. And, yeah, just thank you guys so much for the support. I just want to say you guys are awesome, man. I don't know what else to say. You guys are just awesome, making it happen over here, okay? So as I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.